he's working his way eastbound towards us. Look at the traffic. Whoa, whoa. And, you know, this is the thing. This guy, everybody's slamming on the brakes. You're just driving along. You don't expect somebody to come barreling through a stop sign. This guy did it again. He's back on that same part of Figueroa that he was earlier on. Here he goes on that same street he was earlier on. That's going to be 94th, as I understand it. Kind of doing the merry-go-round right now. And, you know, the officers, they see this. They're watching it. They're making their plans. They probably are going to have something for this suspect plan to try to bring it to a stop, hopefully before he collides. Whoa! With somebody else skidding and doing a little rear end right there. The officers, they're probably going to check that guy out. I'm sure he's going to pull over. We're making that move again. I see that school, so we know the area where we're in. He's been making these big circles out here. We've seen one minor accident right now. This is the first time he's gone down this street. But again, this pursuit, very dangerous.
What we see, they're usually black and white patrol cars.
Yeah, and Stuart thought that maybe this was some part of surveillance of this vehicle and this individual as they were in this stolen vehicle, and maybe they kind of found out that somebody was following them and they took off, and that's why police were after them as undercover vehicles rather. Now this is a very sturdy vehicle. This Tahoe is built on a truck frame, and so you got to understand that that's a very, very heavy car. It is a little bit harder to maneuver because it's not so agile, it's not so small, but this thing has been going up to about 80 miles an hour as we continue to follow this pursuit here live on KCAL 9. So let's go back upstairs to Stu Mandel and Sky 9 for the very latest on what's happening. Stu.
Well, we just got back onto the northbound 110 freeway from Manchester, did some very high speeds there on Figueroa, got over to Manchester, made that big sweeping turn, and take a look at this. High speeds there, we're passing gauge, not a big secret, I just read that sign, but he's in the emergency lane, and he's moving very, very quickly. They're talking about possibly re-engaging that tracking. You can hear it in the officers' voices. They are concerned about the people on the ground. They're concerned about the civilians because of these high speeds out here. This guy basically just moving along right now. There is traffic, but it is that kind of sporadic, enough to keep this car safe, a little bit safer from the distance from other vehicles out there. Working his way all the way over to that carpool lane right now. You know that's a big find. And, you know, the thing is, this guy right now racking those up. We've heard people talk about that in the past, that perhaps there's an LAPD officer, they're going to watch our tapes. You know what? These are all small potatoes. What this guy is wanted for is eluding officers right now and a stolen vehicle. And this is, and so far that's it. Hopefully it will not be any kind of injuries to anybody or major damage to any property. Right now, though, we are basically on that high part of the 110 freeway, that overpass area. And we're actually on the other side of USC now. We're eastbound, and we're working our way back south along some. I'm going to get the street here in just a moment. I would guess we're probably going to be joining. If it isn't going to be if it isn't going to be Hooper, it's going to be something like that. We're going to be moving south to think that somebody could be hit by this guy. Another red light as he's working his way out here. I'm going to talk to my pilot Marco so we can get a better idea where this guy. The bicyclist right there, Jeff. You've been calling him all night. So we're going to keep an eye on where this guy spoke earlier on. And you can see the guy laying there on the ground. Now that is not, I have to repeat, that is not from officers. Something happened with the vehicle. The vehicle came to some kind of crazy stop and the guy fell out of the vehicle. You can hear the officers calling for an RA, saying this person possibly having a seizure right now. You can see them breaking the window because they want to clear that vehicle as quickly as possible to get officers over to that driver as quickly as possible. Not sure what happened here at the end. It was an unusual end for sure. Made that crazy turn right there. We saw a lot of smoke like he was locking up the brakes for pretty much no reason. Suspect is now in custody, but apparently, even before they cuffed this guy, he fell out of the vehicle and is unconscious. Now, some people are going to say, why are you cuffing this guy? He is a suspect, and we don't know. Possibly he's faking it. We do not know. These are not medical doctors. These are law enforcement officials. They have called for an ambulance right now. You can see them sitting this guy up. They probably are going to be talking to him. Pursuit end now. South Los Angeles, 94th Street and Normandy is where this came to an end.
Yeah, but there's some medical issues. I mean, you hear about somebody having a seizure. Certainly, we don't know exactly what has happened, but you wonder if that might be a drug overdose or something like that. They might have had this guy that take off from police, and then maybe he's to the point where he's been overcome by whatever this is and decided to stop and has passed out in the middle of the street there. I believe it's 59th and Normandy. Is that correct? Yeah, 59th and Normandy.
Structure. So obviously, chances are with the chopper overhead that he's not going to get away. I believe we're headed back eastbound now, just kind of looping around the West LA area here. But this is still officially following, and I'll zoom out here, and you can see LAPD nowhere to be found here. They're just kind of monitoring this one from overhead. We did see some units earlier on Wilshire Boulevard, but when speeds picked up, they kind of backed off. So they're still just tracking this thing from the air.
Okay, Desmond, we just got word that this is now a pursuit officially. Obviously, the airship from up above has been keeping that spotlight on this driver in this, what is reported a stolen Mercedes. I can't tell what class of Mercedes this is. I don't know if you can, Desmond. It looks like it might be an S-Class, something that's very powerful.
No,
very
it's not. It
powerful
looked like a
engine,
class, but it's not
lots
by
of
the
speed,
door.
Lots of power, and this person seems to be using it here on the surface streets in Westwood, blowing through intersections, going in between cars that are going in different directions. Here he goes again through another intersection. Peter mentioned that we heard just before we picked up the pursuit live that this person was driving on center dividers and driving very erratically through West Hollywood.
So Desmond, where exactly is this driver right now? Do you know?
We are eastbound on Santa Monica Boulevard, I believe. We're going to be back towards the 405 here pretty quickly. And you're right, Elsa, this is really regardless. I can tell you this is not the entry-level Mercedes, and any of them above that are very capable cars. I rented a C-Class one time and was really quite surprised by how much power it has. So this is bigger than that. Very, very capable car, very fast, very maneuverable, but also can really suck down the gas. And yeah, there you see again, just flying through the intersections. He's really broken just about every traffic law at this point. Now let's see what he does here. Has not come out from underneath the overpass here, underneath the 405. We are at the 405 and just west of Sepulveda here. Let's see what he's going to do.
So perhaps that driver knows that the helicopters are overhead, and that's why. Oh, is that him? There he goes again. All right, so now he's going past the 405, heading back, it looks like, towards Westwood.
Yeah, headed back northbound, back towards Wilshire. I believe this is Cotner Street, if memory serves here. So the parallels the 405 for that short stretch, and then he's going to turn back here, now making a westbound turn.
Oh, okay, we seem to be having, and looping around again and again.
He's over in the BA facility right now, underneath these. Now, I believe this is the BA complex. And he's underneath some parking lots here covered with solar panels, I believe. Now,
he's driving over the bushes.
This is, thinking that he's going to be able to evade. But
There's the
police vehicle we just saw.
Cars have shown up now.
Yeah, now we're starting to see him. They were kind of keeping their distance, and now that he doubled back, and he's really close one right there. Even fishtailed a little bit, but again, a very capable car, and he was able to correct very quickly.
This began as a report of a stolen Mercedes. Right now, police still on this guy's tail. We do continue to see this person just plowing through intersections. No regard for any of the other drivers on the road, driving on the opposite side of the road at times. So very dangerous. But the good news, Elsie, you just mentioned, is that we are now seeing that police vehicles on the ground are in pursuit. Before, we just saw that the chopper was overhead. But this driver, it seems, is showing no signs of stopping. He keeps circling in the Westwood area near West LA on Wilshire Boulevard near the 405. And now it looks like
driving too fast. Ooh, he's driving too fast.
Yeah, he's picking up speed. He's westbound on Pico now, guys. So headed back kind of towards the Santa Monica area. And he took that turn pretty fast, and then obviously slammed down the gas pedal there. So it definitely looks like he's getting increasingly desperate. Where westbound on, in fact, another chase comes to mind with a CLS Mercedes in the Santa Ana Canyon, a pretty notorious one that had the freeway shut down for several hours. I can't recall if that suspect was armed though, but that would certainly be one of the options. The pit maneuver, not an option at this point. If there's a situation, if the situation were to develop where they could use a spike strip, that would seem ideal. But Elsa, you pointed out a lot of these modern luxury cars do come with rough glass, so that might not even be successful if they try to do that.
Not immediately. Hey, Desmond, where are you right now?
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Okay.
Whoa!
Okay, it appears that he hit those sand pylons that are on the freeway that separate the freeway from the off-ramp when people are getting off of the freeway to prevent them crashing directly into that concrete center divider. He hit those sand pylons, and you saw the sand go everywhere. Desmond, is that driver getting out of the car?
I'm having trouble hearing you guys, but you can see he's got his hands up. He's got his hands up. Looks like he wants to surrender here. You've got LAPD here with guns drawn. Wow, what an amazing ending to this. And it's a testament to the safety features of this car, too, that he was able to immediately get out and walk out here with his hands up after slamming into those sand barrels, those attenuator barrels. And now they're going to have to scramble Caltrans, so that's going to be a situation for them later. But it looks like this is coming to an end. Walking backwards, guns drawn, the LAPD with their guns drawn here. And it looks like we will be at a conclusion. But what? And you see a canine unit there up at the top of the screen as well.
Look at
any chances.
It's pretty amazing that this guy just immediately got out of the car after
With no
that
serious
kind of crash.
injuries.
We can't tell if he has any injuries, but he's obviously able to walk and get out of the car and follow the commands of the police telling him to keep his hands up, get down on his knees, get down on his stomach, his belly onto the roadway. But yes, Desmond, you're right.
Yeah,
this is probably one of the safest cars on the road, but he also hit those sand barriers that separate the off-ramp from the freeway, which absorbs a lot of the energy and the impact. Couple that with an extremely safe car, top-notch car like this guy's lucky to be alive.
Go ahead, guys. I can barely hear you.
Just an explosion of sand that we saw when this chase came to an end. This driver involved in a pursuit, apparently after stealing this Mercedes in the Exposition Park area. We saw him go through West LA, Santa Monica, and then up the freeway into the San Fernando Valley. Now it's coming to an end here in Santa Clarita. The good news, it seems, that this driver was able to get out very quickly, so we're thinking that he wasn't seriously hurt. Right now, you can see police moving in and putting the cuffs on him.
Fortunately, this happened without hurting any